In this video, we're breaking down QuoteIQ versus Roofr to figure out what CRM is going to be best for your roofing company. And in this video, you guys might be surprised at who's going to win, or you might not. So let's go ahead and jump right into the video. We have our comparison guide here. First thing that we're going to look at is what you actually pay with each of the softwares. With Roofr Premium, it is an expensive experience. They do have, a base subscription, which is going to cost you $169 a month. You then have to be charged per measurements. Their measurements are really good, and the forms that they come out with are really good, very in-depth forms. So I will say that is one place where they do a really good job. However, is the job worth the cost? I'm not sure. $650 if you're somebody that's going to be doing 50 forms a month. Another thing that's an add-on for them is SMS texting. It's going to cost you $49 a month if you want to do it through the software, as well as if you want to have any type of job documentation, you're going to have to be using Company Cam for photos. Company Cam's lowest tier, it says here, is $30. They don't have a tier under $120 as far as I'm concerned. I could be wrong on that, but I'm pretty positive not a tier under $120. So your monthly cost with all of those things is going to be $898, or actually north of that if you're doing any more work in the software that requires any more photos or any more measurements, or if the measurements are more expensive than the ones I have listed here. So total yearly cost $10,000. With QuoteIQ's Elite plan, that's one of QuoteIQ's highest tiers. You're going to get unlimited measurements with our MapMeasure Pro, which I'll show you guys right in here. MapMeasure Pro is awesome because it basically gives you a map view, and you're able to measure properties and use those property measurements to create estimates. Our estimates are tied in with our services. So if you have a price for your specific service, a per square footage price, it'll take this measurement multiplied times your per square footage price, and you can easily send over estimates very quickly. As you guys can see here, we have our square footage price. We can take a look at the street view. We can zoom in, we can zoom out, look at a bunch of properties, and it's just very easy. So not as in-depth with regards to the forms that it's going to spit out. However, if you don't need to be super in-depth with that, we have unlimited. So you can measure as many properties as your heart desires. We also have SMS via Client Hub. We have SMS as well as call in. You can actually use this as a company phone, have customers call you. You can text them. That's included on the $189 plan. And we also have QuoteIQ Cam, which allows you to basically have all of your job documentation. I'll show you guys a little preview of what QuoteIQ Cam looks like. If you come into the forms here, you can create inspection forms for your company, which basically have the customer details, report title, technician. You can have property photos. You can have as many questions in here as you want. You can have yes, no questions. You can have fill in the blank questions. You can have star rated questions. So a bunch of different options, as well as comments. You can add photos into these full inspection forms within the software. You can also create job forms within here. Job forms allow you to take pictures of the property. You can make notes for your people who are working the job, and you can basically have all of those pictures in one place of every single job, as well as before and after pictures. We have an archive of before and after pictures. You can take them from the job. You can also use our AI generation to generate before and afters, which are awesome to tie into estimates to actually show the customer what the property is going to look like once the job is done. So highly recommend that. That's all for $189 a month. So if we're looking at just from a pricing standpoint, QuoteIQ is the obvious winner here. You can save $8,496 with QuoteIQ's current price, and obviously get even more features than what you could with Roofr. So if we go into the feature showdown, this is an easy win for QuoteIQ. Obviously, we have property measurements, which we discussed before. We have native mobile app. That's probably one of the biggest reasons why a lot of contractors are switching from Roofr to QuoteIQ, because Roofr does not have a native mobile app. Most of it is only browser, and if you're like me, you don't really like using your computer to do all of your work. You want to be able to hop on the phone and handle things quickly. SMS texting, like we said, is also included. We have photo documentation, which you're going to need a different app for Roofr. We have customer self-quoting within our software, so we have a page you can attach to your website where customers can actually quote themselves. Once they've accepted the quote, they can actually schedule themselves as well with our customer self-scheduling tool. That's something that Roofr doesn't have either one of those things. Both of those things and all the things that I'm going to talk about in this video are included in QuoteIQ's Elite plan as well, the one that was just $189 a month. We have employee GPS tracking, which is something that Roofr doesn't offer. Route optimization. We have auto review requests. We have job costing. We have Google Calendar sync, as well as QuickBooks integration. So in terms of which CRM wins from a feature perspective, I think it's very clear to see QuoteIQ is going to take the cake both on pricing and features. So full pricing breakdown is here. We already kind of took a look at that. Features that Roofr doesn't have. Obviously, we kind of talked about some of those things. So let's be fair. When does Roofr make sense? Roofr makes sense if you need ABS, SRS material ordering integrations. So I did take a look at this earlier. They do a really good job of laying out different material costs that you're going to need. So we will give Roofr the nod on that one. You only need to do 5 or 10 measurements a month. Roofr does a great job with that. You're not going to be paying an arm and a leg for that. Or if you want to do roofing specific pitch calculations, our MapMeasure Pro does not necessarily do pitch calculations. However, it will give you what the roof looks like, and you can do some further pitch analysis at your leisure. So within their measurement reports, I'm pretty sure you get the pitch as well. The measurement report for them does take 2 hours with their elite plan. So the more you pay, the quicker you get it. However, if you are pay as you go, you will be waiting at least 24 hours to get that report into you. And the other way that Roofr wins is, you're already invested in their ecosystem, which if you're not, then it makes sense to move elsewhere. Now, QuoteIQ wins in a lot of different ways, but if you do more than 20 measurements a month, it's an easy win for QuoteIQ. If you need real mobile app for field work, it's an easy win for QuoteIQ. If you want an all-in-one without the add-on fees, without having to pay per usage, QuoteIQ is an easy win. Or if you're scaling and need unlimited users, QuoteIQ is an easy win. With QuoteIQ's Max feature, you guys can get unlimited users for your company, as well as a host of AI features that we didn't even talk about in this video. So I hope this video helped. Obviously, QuoteIQ is a great pick for guys who may not need as specialty a software as what Roofr offers. However, if you do need some of those more specialty services, you will be paying close to $1,000 a month. So hope this video helped. Hit the thumbs up button for me if you guys haven't already. If you want to check out QuoteIQ, I have a link down below for a free demo, or you can try any tier right now for absolutely free at myquoteiq.com. But until next time, hustle hard, get that money, baby. Peace.